2 more rounds to play this week in the Bergstrom State Line Quiz Bowl. 40 points isn't a big gap, right? North Boone has 60, Pearl City has 20. That gap is not very big, especially when you consider that if you run one of these lightning categories, it's worth 100 points. So our NECA IEW lightning round contains 3 categories, and because of the coin flip, Pearl City, you will get first choice. So Caitlin, the categories today are Seattle, Eiffel Tower names, and birds in classical music.
Birds in classical music.
All right. That was a quick choice. Let's see how that works out for you. If you have a music expert on your team, this could be relatively quick. And then Dylan, whatever they don't get to, whether they pass or get them wrong or don't make it to it in the 60 seconds, you will be able to clean it up. Caitlin, if you run this category, it's 100 points for the team. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Here is the first one. Given works, at least one of which has an avian title, name the composer. So all of your answers will be composers. I will give you the titles. Your answers will be composers, teams. Here comes the first one. The ballets Swan Lake and the Nutcracker.
Tchaikovsky.
Correct. The operas The Thieving Magpie and The Barber of Seville.
Pass.
The Swan from The Carnival of the Animals.
Pass.
The ballets The Firebird and The Rite of Spring.
Bach.
Incorrect. The Cuckoo and the Nightingale and the Oratorio Messiah.
Pass.
Sad Birds from Mirrors and Bolero.
Pass.
The tone poems The Swan of Tuonela and Finlandia.
Beethoven.
Incorrect. The opera The Golden Cockerel and the interlude Flight of the Bumblebee.
Pass.
The Lark Ascending and Fantasia on Greensleeves.
Stravinsky.
Incorrect. Abyss of the Birds from Quartet for the End of Time.
Bach.
Incorrect. The operas The Thieving Magpie and The Barber of Seville. And that is the buzzer. Those got really tough. One of them correct, you added 10 to your score. So there's 90 points here on the board, Dylan, but you only have 30 seconds to get through them. If you were paying attention, you may be able to get through these quickly, and I'll read the names as quickly as I can. Are you ready for the first one? All set, Dylan?
Yeah.
Here it comes. The operas The Thieving Magpie and The Barber of Seville.
Mozart.
Incorrect. The Swan from The Carnival of the Animals.
Bach.
Incorrect. The ballets The Firebird and The Rite of Spring.
Beethoven.
Incorrect. The Cuckoo and the Nightingale and the Oratorio Messiah.
Mozart.
Incorrect. Sad Birds from Mirrors and Bolero.
Mozart.
Incorrect. The tone poem The Swan of Tuonela, and I don't even have time to finish that one. Those were really hard. So nothing added to your score for now, North Boone. I'll run through these 9 really fast. We usually don't have all that many, but this was a hard category. The opera's Thieving Magpie, The Barber of Seville, that was Rossini. The Swan from The Carnival of the Animals, Camille Saint-Saëns. The ballets The Firebird and The Rite of Spring were Stravinsky. Cuckoo and the Nightingale and the Oratorio Messiah was Handel. Handel's Messiah, I thought that might have helped. Sad Birds from Mirrors and Bolero, that's Maurice Ravel. The tone poems The Swan of Tuonela and Finlandia, that's Sibelius. The opera The Golden Cockerel and interlude Flight of the Bumblebee, that was Rimsky-Korsakov. Lark Ascending and Fantasia on Greensleeves, Ralph Vaughan Williams. And Abyss of the Birds from Quartet of the End of Time was Messiaen. All right. Let's just forget that category. That was a tough one. Let's move on now to North Boone's choices that are left. Seattle and Eiffel Tower names. Dylan?
We're going with Seattle.
Seattle it is. Answer the following about the city of Seattle. Could not be more straightforward and simple. We'll see if this is any easier than the classical birds. 60 seconds is on the clock. Dylan, are you ready?
Yes.
Answer the following about Seattle. State whose most populous city it is.
Washington.
Correct. Nearby company founded by Bill Gates and Paul Allen.
Microsoft.
Correct. Observation tower built for the 1962 World's Fair.
Space Needle.
Correct. Like Rome, it is said to be built on this number of hills.
7.
Correct. Its NFL team.
Seahawks.
Correct. Inlet on which it lies.
Puget Sound.
Correct. Rock band led by Eddie Vedder, founded in Seattle in 1990.
Pearl Jam.
Correct. City that co-names Seattle's International Airport.
Tacoma.
Correct. Author of The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian Who Lives There.
Pass.
Current governor of Washington who was born there.
Pass.
Author of The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian Who Lives There.
Smith.
Incorrect. Current governor of Washington who was born there.
Jones.
Incorrect. Worth a guess. You knew that time was getting pretty close to being up, right? 8 correct. Not too shabby for a lightning round. 80 points. That's worth a big round of applause. Nice job. 30 seconds left, Caitlin, for these last two. These 20 points could be important to you for the game, certainly. 30 seconds to get to them. Are you ready?
Yes.
Here they come. Author of The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian Who Lives There.
Henry.
Incorrect. Current governor of Washington who was born there.
George.
Incorrect. Got to make the guess, right? There's no penalty. The author was Sherman Alexie Jr., and the current governor of Washington is Jay Inslee. No points added for that second round, Pearl City. We are now at a 110-point game. It seems like a lot, but again, we know Mercy Health Final Challenge points are doubled, and that gap could close very quickly. We'll see if Pearl City is up to that challenge after this break.